You're back at the lab. It's like breaking the proceedings there, waiting for some parts to turn up and sorting out some other stuff and things, but we're back onto the 300ZX there. Look, I've done some things that I haven't shown yet. I think we were about ready to take things further apart last time and get on with changing those valve springs. That has been done. Exhaust cam covers are back on permanently. They're not coming off again, I hope. He says bravely right in front of the car. Car's listening, it's going to be famous last words, isn't it? Inlet cam covers are just sat there just to keep dust and stuff out of the motor. In the meantime, the hood was closed. It was pretty well sealed up, but just in case, you know, brand new spark plugs in there. Bunch of stuff to clean and put back on. We're going to replace those. I think I need to talk to the guy about how he wants to go about that, how fast he wants to be, but that's all just peripheral stuff, so you can chop and change that pretty easily later on, so it's not a priority right now. That stuff there is basically ready for me to take these off, give them a quick clean, put the new gaskets in there, put them back on with the new washers. So we've got these silicon intake crush washers. Intake cam crush washers, it should be. But anyway, we've got these silicon washers there to replace the ones that go on the valve, on the cam covers, because they crush down and they don't seal properly anymore. So we've got new gaskets, we've got those, we've got some stuff back from powder coating, turbocharger, charge pipes, water manifolds, or front pipes, whatever you want to call them. It's a new cam belt idler. I just wasn't happy with one of them. They looked like they had been replaced at engine rebuild, so I haven't done many Ks, but one was just a bit yuck. So new one of those. New cam belt, genuine cam belt. Actually cheaper to buy genuine cam belts than it is to buy aftermarket ones. Just get a genuine one, way better. Brand new radiator hoses, blue. He wanted blue. That's, you know, it's his car, his theme and all that sort of carry on. And we did the inlet manifold white, as it was a slightly different white, and it's powder coated, not painted. It might have been painted before, I'm unsure, but certainly new powder coating can be a lot more durable than the stuff that was on there before, which had failed miserably over time. There's a new radiator shroud coming. This one is a bit second handy, to say the least. It's had a fan trying to eat it there. Num num num, tasty. It's been cracked and someone's tried to repair it, and generally there's a big piece of it missing here too, right? Once they get to this stage, you're asking for trouble. That's going to explode one day, and who knows where all the debris is going to go. It's going to be yuck yuck. So there's a new one coming, brand new, genuine from Nissan. Actually cheaper to get it in New Zealand than from overseas, but you got to wait a little bit for it to get here, so no rush to get this done. Having said that, I've just missed a phone call from someone else, Ari, another job, so I better crack on with that. Before I do that, a little side quest that delayed things a little bit. This is a different car. I'm not going to tell you what car this was in. Yeah, that's not good, eh? Did not good at all, bro. So this is the alarm. The car was, it was going mint, other than took it to work and went to start it one day and it wouldn't start. And then it started later on. He thought, oh yeah, it's just the alarm being stupid. And it went good after that. And then another day he was driving to work and it started stopping and starting and stopping and starting on his way to work. So he thought he'd better get it to Glenn, and Glenn better have a look at it. And Glenn stuck his head in the cabin when it got here, and I was like, oh, I can smell burning electrical stuff. So after tracing through that pile of wires and finding the alarm module, which was installed without its cover that it's supposed to have on this side, installed, it was just rattling around inside the car in its secret position, which I'm not going to tell you where it was. And yeah, popped that out of there, found that, let's go get a new alarm, got a new alarm, stuck it in there. when we were chopping out the old harness and everything, we figured out there's actually 2 alarms were still in the car. The original alarm that was in it from when it came from Japan, and the new alarm that got installed by the new owner. And yeah, 11 hours of my life chewed up quite nicely, but it's mint now. Right, what's this phone call about? All of a sudden it's Wednesday afternoon. As you see, really, got some things back together. Good beauty. I've got the turbocharger pipe on there, the hot pipe, people call it. Well, maybe they call something else the hot pipe. The discharge pipe from the turbocharger that's on there. That might come off, which is why there's no hose clamps on there. Also, that might come off, which is why there's no hose clamps on there as well. We've got that pipe on there. Someone had cut the bracket off that goes onto there, so can't fit that, but it's on there. I haven't fitted all of the fittings onto the inlet manifold. The vacuum booster one over there is on. Things might change. Basically got that far and had some other things to deal with, and then decided to have a look at the radiator and sort that out. It has been fitted with, there's a bit of a mess over here. Oh dear. Most of it's paper towels, isn't it really? It has been fitted with some modified brackets. It's pretty common. A lot of people do this. This is nothing new. Heaps and heaps of people do that. How have they actually done that? They've done a pretty good job of, oh yeah, you can see the join there, if it'll focus. There's a join just there. They've stuck a little bit in here. Reasonable job of sticking that in there and hiding it, but this is actually a really crap way to do it. And they haven't lined it up very nicely, and consequently very close to having a hole in the radiator just there, and also there. They come from, you're going to be upside down in a second. It'll be horrible to look at. That bolt there, and I guess it's that one there. A screw, a stud or something hangs out just there. That's been going nung, 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 eating the radiator. So not very good, got to fix that. Ordered, it's carefully stacked away on the side there, I told you about. There we go, look, it's still here, haven't thrown it away yet. Yeah, it's much nicer, isn't it? Look at that, all like new, not wrecked. Very well priced from Nissan New Zealand. And it was here in, it was like 5 days. Very quick, not 5 weeks like they thought it could potentially be. Under 400 bucks for that from Nissan. I don't know what the exact retail is. I don't pay exact retail, but that's under 400 bucks. I pretty much guarantee it for you. So if you're looking for one of those, pretty important. We look at the size of the radiator. I mean, it looks quite big on your screen there, but look at the size of my hand. There's not too many of Glenn's hands make up that radiator. And yeah, let's say 300 kilowatts from that motor. It's a small radiator. Even if it is quite thick, that's not a lot of surface area. The fans are super critical. The cooling system on these needs a good clutch, good drive belt, good fan shrouds, good fan. The whole lot has to be right, or they just cook so easily. Right, I'm going to fix that. Fix that. Oh, that one we might have got away with. It's not that deep. We should be all right with that. But that one definitely needs repairing. And there should be a mark that I put on here. Oh, it's washed away. What a shame. We need to put a bung in here to put a temperature sensor. This one just here to run the gauge inside for me. He's got an aftermarket gauge that's never actually had the sensor put into the radiator. So we'll set that up so it just goes in the side there, nice and neatly out of the way. A lot of people would put it in the top here and have the wires hanging out of the top of the radiator. It looks just absolutely crap. So we won't do that. We'll put a bung on the side of it and do it that way. Probably get that done. Get the shroud on here, the belts and everything on there. Hopefully drop that in the hole and you might see that tonight. Running out of time. We are going out for dinner apparently tonight. Did not know that.
starting to look a lot better, isn't it? It looks better on camera, I'll be honest. It does look a lot better on camera. I have not cleaned this. I think this is going to be put into the boot, and I'll put a more sensible one on there that doesn't lie and say it's 3.6 litres. Yeah, the owner's not sure where that came about or why it came about, so I think he'll be happy with swapping that out. It's going to look not too bad. I think we'll be talking to our mates at Z1 again. Let's delete these black factory hoses and those bits I showed you before. Let's delete those and all of these. Let's fit nice Z1 things with the right colour blue silicone and aluminium polished pipes instead of those. I'll have to put an air temp sensor on one, but that's fine. Yeah, it'll just look a whole crap load better. Yeah, it costs money, but hey, cars like this are not about fuel economy and things like that. You want it to look nice. Yeah, it'll just bling it up a whole lot better. These hoses are going to have to go, at least out of sight. Probably stay in the car, I guess, but make them disappear so we don't see them. And I'll ditch those radiator mounts and I'll do the, people will call it an air guide, the one that goes across the front there, which actually kind of is an air guide. Hey, it's missing. There's supposed to be a rubber strip under the bonnet here, and that actually seals this here and stops the air coming in and going up over the top. It makes it go through the radiator. A lot of people don't realise that, and it is missing. So I might see if I can order one of those, make that work properly. That's probably going to be all for tonight because you'd be hanging out for a video. You didn't get one last week. I apologise for that. Thanks for watching. Cheers, boy.